My name is Roy Finlay, and my intention is next year to break the current transatlantic rowing record. We'll be crossing the 3,000 miles unsupported. In other words, totally self-sufficient. Well, Orca was the first multi-hull to have been rowed across any ocean of the world. And we have the Guinness World Record certificate for that. And the multi-hull, I learned, is, as in the sailing world, faster than a monohull, stable, safer, I know is the ideal ocean rowboat. So taking Orca across the Atlantic was, she was a concept boat and gave rise to a number of scary nights, but she made it. So the Mondial goes out racing Orca last year, beat it by 2 days. But both boats spent 3 days in a sea anchor, motionless. And I think this is the moment where we can do better than that.
We took Le Mondial, our big 14-man, 20-year-old, 5-ton boat versus Orca, which was a 4-man boat, state-of-the-art, lighter, faster solution. We got a little bit luckier with the weather, and so we won that particular race. Next race, maybe Roy will win, who knows?
I was on the last expedition with Leven, where we rode from Gran Canaria to Barbados.
I mean, what motivates me personally is that I love the sea. I love the fact that we're after a record that's 114 years of age.
So I have every confidence of going to sea with Leven. I would never go to sea with any other skipper.
It's blatantly obvious what you got to do to break records. You got to go hard all the time, 24 hours a day. Not 23 and a half, 24 hours a day. And to get people to do that, sometimes you have to not be friends with them, you know?
I don't care if we don't like each other, we don't need to. I don't care if we find each other funny, we don't need to. All we need to do is pull hard for one another, and that's what has to be understood.
But we're not out there to make friends, we're out there to make records.
What our selection process is about is stripping away the mask that people wear. We need to get to know the core person underneath all the facade. We don't tend to take loud people, because loud people don't necessarily have confidence. The quiet, the strong, silent type, I guess we're after. We're after people who can take responsibility, not allocate blame. We're after people who can operate under extreme pressure. You know, it's all very well rowing in weather like this, where it's flat calm. When it gets a bit bumpy out there, as I say, things can go wrong very, very quickly.
It's not like you think that all of a sudden you're in the middle of a storm. It brews. You can feel it coming, you can feel it in your bones, you can see it in the sky. And you just know something bad is coming. And then you start getting nervous, twitch, and you start feeling bad and feeling a bit sick, and how bad is this going to be?
More people have been to space than have rowed the Atlantic Ocean. So that gives you an idea as to what it's all about.
I'm John Mollison, I'm from Perth in Scotland. I'm here on Shelter Island because I intend to row from here to the island of Islay in Scotland, a distance of just over 3,500 miles. I think it's going to take somewhere between 80 and 100 days. I only have one leg. I lost my leg during the Falklands campaign in 1982. Unfortunately, I was silly enough to stand in an anti-personnel mine. You know, anybody that knows anything about that kind of munitions, you lose your foot and a little bit more.
Rowing the Atlantic in particular, this world record, is something I've been after for 10 years. Ocean rowing became similar to perhaps Edmund Hillary climbing Everest. It's a bit difficult to actually grasp the concept that there literally is nobody there to help. When we're mid-ocean, firstly, it's one of the few places on Earth where you can fully appreciate what silence actually means. You can stop rowing on a flat, calm day, which, you know, happens, and there's nothing to be heard. Absolutely nothing. There are no birds, there are no aircraft, there are nothing. The world record, the speed record that everybody wants, is the route that we're following from the Canaries, West Africa to Barbados. That's the one, that's the big one. It's the Holy Grail.
I've always liked the competition. You know, I love racing Roy, I love racing Simon Chalk. You know, it'll be a mouth-watering prospect to get us, all three of us, in similar boats racing across the Atlantic sooner or later.
Of course, they'll be wearing harnesses. They will be attached to the boat, but there may be that occasion. It could be a change of watch in the middle of the night where they forget to attach, and over they go. And if somebody did go over the side, it's very unlikely we'd get them back. We can do everything right, everything. But if Mother Nature decides she's going to have you, she'll have you.